Yeah, super.
Welcome everybody to Ocean Beach Café. Tonight is hemp night in my non-alcoholic speakeasy. I'm Joshua James, a career bartender that took a year off drinking to see what would happen. All of this happened. Hemp Night Fridays features hemp-derived THC for those interested in an alternative buzz, and a place to get together that is muted to the frequency of alcohol. This is a night that no one will soon forget. We are so far away from the humble mocktail. Because hundreds of brands have come out, we can now do a lot of things, like make complex non-alc cocktails for the adult palate, and share the excitement of trying these new things, and get people together, showing alcohol wasn't the main ingredient in the room. A great cocktail in a beautiful glass, enjoyed amongst friends, is what humans crave. So it is a dream of mine to go on a road trip, find amazing non-alcoholic beers, meet with the best non-alcoholic winemakers, and show you what is really going on in this unprecedented shift in drinking culture. The number one fear people have when they think about drinking less is that life won't be as fun. But I get to see every day that that is absolutely not the case. So we are going to take you for a ride. So buckle up. This is going to be epic. Awesome. Let's go. Can't believe it. Always wanted to take a break from the cafe and hit the road. Now I'm finally doing it. And you'll be with me this entire time. We're going to meet some of the top people in the NA industry right now and really dive deeply on how far the NA movement has come already and how it's on the verge of exploding as the next big cultural phenomenon. Not just in California, not just on the West Coast, and not just in the US, but worldwide.
On the Poly Coast, my brother, nice hat!
She's the one, holograph car, first edition. Spin your head to see your face, wondering how the chapstick tastes.
We're going to Cat and Cloud. It's like my favorite coffee brand. Super cool cats in Santa Cruz. They were talking about maybe doing a non-alc speakeasy at one point, but I don't think anything's going on there, but I always got to stop in. We're driving by. Let's go say hi. These guys like help other cafe owners be better cafe owners specifically. Like I literally searched what to know if you open your own cafe. And these guys' podcast came up, and their newsletter that comes out, I think he does one once a week. I always read it. He's always so on point and zen, and I feel it's like my cafe horoscope for sure. These guys are badass. Is there enough room for another non-alcoholic bar in Santa Cruz? I know Cat and Cloud was flirting with the idea, and I've heard something about Rocha, the hammock cafe. But I want to talk to some locals, see what they think about craft, non-alcoholic IPAs. Do you guys like beer? I got non-alcoholic beer. And it's like,
I'm okay.
Okay, I was just throwing it out there. Have you ever had the Freeway before? It's freaking delicious. It's a full-on hazy IPA. It's a non-alcoholic hazy IPA, and it's changed the world because people can have a beer anytime, or they just don't want to drink as much alcohol, which is like a majority of the population right now. And it's fun to show people what tastes really good. Non-alcoholic beer sales have increased by 32% just in 2023. No and low alcohol drinks are up 62% from 2018. This is a full-on movement. This is shifting the fabric of society itself, since alcohol had so much to do with what events we go to and which parties and what we're going to be doing tonight. And now there's desirable options out there, and it's just a matter of showing people what's good. I was brewing beer since I was 19 years old, and all of them, for the most part, were IPAs. I love a hoppy, fresh, full-bodied, unfiltered IPA. Now breweries are scrambling to figure out how to make good non-alcoholic beer. We got it. It's the Hoppy Poppy, Figueroa Mountain, non-alcoholic, the iconic. So stoked. I think it's going to be really good. Nice and cloudy. It's really, really good. It's really full-bodied. It's super alive and fresh. It's not filtered. There's like a nuttiness in there. The hop is really well integrated. It hits on the back end, but it's definitely all the way throughout. You're not getting a ton of hops on the nose, but it's definitely a big part of that beer. And but the malt backbone, it's kind of malty and full flavored. And just when you're sitting in the place that it was made, and there's no flaws to it. It's kind of like a bigger bubble, which almost like would denote thinness sometimes, as opposed to a really tight head that has a lot of proteins. And I'm not really seeing that as much. A little bit more on the beer that was poured softly, but this one's not crazy carbonated, so it's nice tiny bubbles. Really well made beer. There's a lot of, it kind of tells a story. The weight is in there, and the bitterness, and then some more of the floral hops in the middle, and it lingers with that little bit of a malty sweetness. But again, there's a nuttiness in there, which is kind of, it's really great. When it started to wane, when people were like, I don't want to just be able to have like 2 beers and be done and like have to go home. Like, I want to keep socializing. That was the time like Aperol spritzes and White Claws started to happen, and session IPAs started coming out, and that was totally okay. Like, people were into that, and that got more and more into like the low to no movement. So talk 2016 to, right before 2020 COVID hits, and then everybody was drinking a whole bunch. And then a year after that, 2021, people were like, I don't want to feel this way. And what is my relationship to alcohol? And I'm not even going out to bars because they're closed during COVID. So that was when millions of people were like, I want to drink less. There's 2 restaurateurs that have 2 restaurants, and somehow they found the time to come out with a product, and it's an Amaro. I'm so excited to get to eat their food and drink their beverage at the same time. It's delicious. It's like super full flavored. It has these like, yeah, it's like a really pleasant herbal tea note. It's like kind of floral. The Namari NAMR. It's a big boy. Dark. Very complex, very unique. There's no Amaro like it that I've ever had. Exactly as it should be. Made it to the City of Angels. The LA non-alc scene has been popping off. Can't wait to show you what we got ourselves into. Stay tuned for day 2.